This Ringsend Derby's been played in a really, well, I'm not saying the Leinster Senior Cup isn't a competitive game, but first time we played each other in the league in, I think, what, 6, 7 years? I can't remember. But 2005, I think, is the steamboard on the street. But yeah, so hello to all the London hoops over there. They've been on to me all week, just making sure it's going. So glad we can be of service for you tonight. So I hope you enjoy the game. So just waiting on the teams to come out now. I'll quickly go through the teams for you. First of all, Shamrock Rovers in goal. Oscar Janssen, Aaron Green, Stephen Rice, Ken O'Mann, who's the captain. Sean Gannon, Billy Dennehy, Gary Twigg, Chris Turner, Craig Sivez, Ronan Finn, and Killian Brennan. For Shelbourne in goal, Dean Delaney, Scarlett Matthews, Lorcan Fitzgerald, Andy Boyle, Glenn Cronin, who's the captain. Conor Byrne, Philly Hughes, Brendan McGill, Paddy Kavanagh, Stephen Hurley, and Ian Ryan. The Rovers subs are Lee Stacey, Gary McCabe, Darrell Kavanagh, Gary O'Neill, Graham Gartland, Colin Hawkins, and Conor McCormick. The Shell subs are Stephen Paisley, Dave Cassidy, Brian Shortall, Paul Skinner, Sean Byrne, and Philip Gorman and Andrew Murphy. The referee tonight is Mr. Tom Connolly. So, decent shell. Can't see it. There looks to be a decent shells crowd here. And the East stand starting to fill up as we kind of wait for the teams to come out. So, a few changes in the team tonight. Connor Powell is suspended after sending off last week. And Correa Gilbert, I believe, had a problem with his hamstring. So, he's out tonight. So, it'll be interesting to see how the team lines up. It's Sean Gannon and Chris Turner who come in. So I wonder, will it be maybe Stephen Rice playing left full and Turner in to replace him? Or the other option is Aaron Green's coming to the team, so he might go in there. But so it'll be interesting to see what way it works out. I guess we won't know until they come out, but I'm kind of waffling to make up time. So I believe he's just here as a regular punter tonight, but Uachtaráin Aaron is here tonight as a guest at Tallaght Stadium. They're Michael D. Higgins. I believe he's just come to watch the game. I don't think he's here in any official capacity. But if you're in Dublin on a Friday night, what else are you going to do but go to see Shamrock Rovers? So still waiting for the teams to come out here. So good ovation there for Michael D. Higgins. I think that's the first time that the President of Ireland's been given a hoopy welcome. I'm sure he enjoyed that. So it's also Hooper man celebrating his birthday here tonight. So we're gone 8 o'clock by my watch. I'm still waiting for the teams to come out. Of course, as well as having Michael D. Hooper man is 2. Celebrating his birthday here tonight. Believe he's got hoopy cupcakes, so or cupcakes. It's very American. Fairy cakes, I believe they're called. I don't know if there's any official reason for the delay. It says whether there's queues outside, I'm not 100% sure, but we have gone over time. Yeah, the game's we're going to be kicking off 10 minutes late here because there's still queues at the turnstiles coming in. So, sorry, I know that means we're keeping you waiting, but it's a good sign for the club that there's queues. So that means I have to talk to you for another 10 minutes, but yeah, just talking about stuff in Clifton Vale during the week. It was a bit of an odd game, to be honest with you. Thought we got beaten 2-0. We never really looked that much under pressure. The two goals kind of came out nothing, and I don't know, the 2 goals kind of came out nothing, and we hit the crossbar a couple of times, and other than obviously the result, the night was a really excellent performance by Oscar Janssen. Obviously didn't cover himself in glory for the goal against Cork, but more than made up for it the other night with really read the game really well and hoovered up well behind the 2 centre halves and then made 2 smashing saves in the penalty shootout as well, which ultimately saw us through. But obviously this week as well we've arrived a new keeper, Reid Peterson from South Africa, who's got his work permit issue sorted out, so he flew into Dublin and took part in the warm-up tonight. Conor Wynn still out injured, so when Conor gets back, we should have like 3 very strong keepers competing for the place. Just have a quick check around the grounds there as well, see what's happening. Any changes?
TNS are beating Preston.
TNS are winning 1-0. Still 1-0 to draw that. Still 1-0 to Limerick. So no other scores in the other games.
6 minutes gone here according to the next score.
So fairly healthy crowd here tonight. Obviously with the congestion of the Styles, and you can see that car park end of the stand of the east stand, which was a bit empty. It's starting to fill up a little bit as well. So a few of the subs making their way out now, so it's a good sign. So hopefully we'll have the players emerging soon enough. Looking through the Shelbourne team as well. There's a good smattering of ex-Rovers players. Paddy Cavan, of course, Ian Ryan. Down on the bench, David Cassidy. And Anthony Murphy never actually played for us, but he did have a short spell with Rovers online. So finally here the team's coming out now. So finally the teams are out on the pitch. Yeah. So just the normal formalities underway before we get going here. Anyone who just joined us, apologise for the lateness, but there was a bit of congestion at the turnstile, so the game was delayed for 10 minutes. I'll quickly go through the teams again for people who are just joining us. Shamrock Rovers, goal Oscar Janssen, Aaron Green, Stephen Rice, Ken O'Mann, Sean Gannon, Billy Dennehy, Gary Twigg, Chris Turner, Craig Sivez, Ronan Finn and Killian Brennan. For Shelbourne, it's Dean Delaney, Gareth Matthews, Lorca Fitzgerald, Andy Boyle, Glenn Cronin, Conor Byrne, Fiddy Hughes, Brendan McGill, Paddy Kavanagh, Stephen Hurley and Ian Ryan. Rover substitutes Lee Stacey, Gary McCabe, Darryl Kavanagh, Gary O'Neill, Graham Gartland, Colin Hawkins and Conor McCormick. For Shells, it's Stephen Paisley, David Cassidy, Brian Charlall, Paul Skinner, Sean Bourne, Philip Gorman and Anton Murphy. So we're actually going to start with, by the looks of it, it's Sean Gannon at right full and Killian Brennan playing left full. Stephen Rice, Chris Turner, Ronan Finn in the middle. Or is it Finn going to play up front? Aaron Green out here on the left, Billy on the far side. So, a few little alterations to the team in the absence of Powell and Gilbert. And it's Shell Roberts to tip off with. The ball dropped to Killian Brennan. He spotted Dean Delaney off his line, but shooting from his own half, I don't think he was ever going to score from there. So, we're back on with a goal kick to Shelbourne, which Dean Delaney will take. Rovers playing into the square end this half. As the goal kick comes down, it's over Chris Turner's head. It'll come to Killian Brennan under pressure from Philly Hughes. Goes back to Oscar Janssen. He's got a bit of time to take a touch. Hughes comes to close him down now. Forces Janssen to go along. 2 Roberts. Gary Twig jumps it. And Aaron Green can chase that down. The ball had gone out of play there before Andy Boyle. He got a first touch ahead of Green. Thought he might have been able to keep it in, but the ball beat him over the line. So, game on here. Killian Brennan into Gary Twig. Gary Twig touches it back for Chris Turner, who has Sean Gannon outside him. Billy needs to get the ball into the space, but it's Sean Gannon looking to play one into the box for Aaron Green, but Dean Delaney able to come and collect that. So Delaney's goal kick is won easily by Ken O'Mann, but his header will go out for the Shelbourne throw-in. Just in front of the Rovers dugout here. It's Garrett Matthews is going to take this. Looking for a bit of movement up in front of him. Goes short to McGill, but his ball back into McGill is poor, and Chris Turner. It's Aaron Green, looks to get it back to Killian Brennan, but instead comes to Ronan Finn. Ball played forward by Cronin, looking for the run of Philly Hughes. It stays in, and it's Ken O'Mann across, but just as looked as if Kavanagh was going to get through there. Stephen Rice was into cover, but his ball forward will only find Matthews, and it's played back in, but it only finds Killian Brennan, who finds Aaron Green in a tight spot, but gets it out to Stephen Rice, who'll go back here to Craig Sives. Has Sean Gannon outside him. Sean Gannon takes a touch and comes back to Craig Sives. Sives puts his head up, was looking for the short option, it wasn't on. We'll now look for the run of Ronan Finn. Delaney's going to have to come out and do that, and he's done well, Delaney, to get there ahead of Ronan Finn. His clearance is knocked back in by Sean Gannon. Headed up in the air by Hurley, but cleared forward by Boyle, I think, Lorcan Fitzgerald actually, but once again played forward, Cronin in to win that. And the ball finds his way back to Cronin. He hooks it over his head, but only as far as Killian Brennan, who heads it forward for Gary Twig to chase. It's cleared well, but a good ball over the top, and Billy's in here, and that's a penalty! That's a penalty, and that may be trouble for Dean Delaney. It is. Dean Delaney's been shown a red card, and that's a penalty for Rovers. Great start, ball over the top. Billy got timed this time really, really well. Took it round Delaney. Delaney took him straight out. Very unfortunate for Shells and Dean Delaney, and it might kill the game as a competition, but Rovers with an early chance to go 1-0 up here. Gary Twig has grabbed the ball, and he's going to take this penalty. So Dean Delaney makes his way over here, and we're going to have to wait till Shells make the obviously substitution here. Be interested to see who they come off. Dean Delaney. Delete. So, obviously, the Shelbourne keeper not quite ready to come on yet. So, I suppose this is kind of playing into the keeper's hands a little bit, giving Gary Twig a bit of time to think about it. The sub-keeper is Paul Skinner, who's does have good experience at this level. It'd be interesting to see who they take off. They have been playing with one up front, so they are going to have to maybe take off one of their midfielders. And substitution is going to be made now, so we'll see who is coming off. So it's Brendan McGill who's going to come off. So Skinner on for McGill, and the first thing he's going to have to do is face a Gary Twigg penalty. I said the delay in getting the substitution made isn't going to help the penalty taker, but Gary. It's Delaney, yeah? Dean Delaney. Skinner on. So it's Gary Twigg against Paul Skinner. Referee blows his whistle. Gary Twigg steps up. 1-0 Shamrock Rovers! Gary Twigg's fourth goal of the season. A penalty put low to Skinner's left. He got down well to it, but it was so well placed he just couldn't get his fingers to it. And that's a great start for Shamrock Rovers. And for Gary Twigg's fourth goal of the season. So a real uphill struggle now for Shelbourne, down to 10 men. And 1-0 down. So after only 7 minutes, Shells are a goal down and a man down. And is that an uphill struggle? But this again that Rovers have to go and finish now. Got their noses in front, got the man advantage, so you like to think that they'll try and kill the game early as Paddy Kavanagh moves forward, chased back by Aaron Green. Gets the ball into Hughes. The ball is played forward, but Hughes was fouled as he released the ball there. And it's going to be a free into Shells, so bright start from them. After losing the goal, they can chance to get a good delivery into the box. About 25 yards out, just on this side, right hand side here. So it's Hughes and Paddy Kavanagh standing over this. Kavanagh walks away, and it looks like it is going to be used to hit this. He scored some good goals and he hit that really well. Oh, and it just whistles by the post. It was a good effort by Hughes. I think he was hoping it was going to bend, but the curl never came and it went straight out past Oscar Jansen's post. And Jansen can take the goal kick quickly and find Craig Sives. Jansen clears long. Oh, Finn couldn't get a touch in it. Two Rovers players gone. Chris Turner calls it, but it was no call there between Green and Turner. It was Turner who came away with it, and Paddy Kavanagh got a touch on it as Brennan's throw finds Rice back to Brennan plays the crossfield ball that just eludes Conan Byrne, but the ball into Twiggy's feet, loses out on a chair with Paddy Kavanagh. Bit of space in front of him. Stephen Rice gets back in. He looks to play the ball down the line for Philly Hughes. Killian Brennan keeps it in and knocks it forward again to, but it's back, not back by Hurley and to in Ryan and all the way back to Skinner. So Boyle plays it back across to in Ryan. So the ball looking for the runny Hughes. It's Sean Gannon, who's done really well, gets his foot in front of Hughes. Hughes was adjudged to a foul, Gannon, as he did that. And free kicks taken quickly to Stephen Rice. And has Killian Brennan out here. Plays in front of Killian with giving Aaron Green's gone. But Brennan looks to play the ball forward to Aaron Green. It's blocked by Paddy Kavanagh. I'll go out for a Rovers throw in. For those of you who may have just joined us. Score Shamrock Rovers 1, Shelbourne 0. Penalty scored by Gary Twigg. And Dean Delaney was sent off for the foul on Billy Dennehy. So the Rovers a man up and a goal up as Sean Cronin breaks forward under pressure from Stephen Rice. But he's done well here, Cronin. Looks to feel it through to Hughes, but Hughes' touch is poor. And it goes straight through to Oscar Jansen, who can get it straight out here to Chris Turner. And a chance for Rovers to break. Finds Ronan Finn in midfield. Finn goes back to Stephen Rice. Stephen Rice comes across here to Killian Brennan. Gary Twigg looked to make the run there, but He was offside as Rice plays one across here to Sean Gannon. Sean has Billy in front of him. Obstacle back here to Craig Srfc. Srfc looks to find the feet of Gary Twigg. It's poor, and it's cleared forward by Ian Ryan, but it'll go straight out for a Rovers throw in. About halfway inside the Rovers half. Taken by Sean Gannon back to Craig Srfc. Comes across here to Ken O'Man. He's Killian Brennan outside him. So Chris Turner comes looking for Ronan Finn's in the space there. He looks for Gary Twigg instead. Twigg's first touch is excellent and can lay it here to Ronan Finn. Billy's gone offside, but he's now onside Billy Dennehy. And he looks to get it across to Gary Twigg, but it's well blocked. Oh, the great ball by Billy Dennehy. To Aaron Green. Oh, a brilliant ball by Billy Dennehy for Aaron Green. Green looked to play it across the goal, but Gary Twigg had pulled back to the 6 yard there, into the 6 yard box, looking for the pull back, and the ball went straight across and goes straight out for a throw in on the far side. But more good play there by Rovers. The ball into Brennan made Twigg work, but his first touch was excellent. And they had the man on the overlap over here, but they said Aaron Green hadn't read Gary Twigg's intentions as the throw was taken. It's won by Stephen Rice. Rice judged to have fouled Conor Byrne there. So we're going to have it. Shelburne throw in. The free kick is taken quickly and goes back to Skinner. Skinner clears long. Good little flick on there, but it's easily cut out by Killian Brennan, who's under pressure now, but gets into Aaron Green. Aaron Green finds